Gather round on a Thursday night in the Metaverse, feeling hype. Matthew and Rizzle, they're on the mic. Welcome to the WIP, hold on tight. Lightning strikes, the energy's high. With fam in the virtual sky. New speakers, new stories, don't be shy. Crypto knowledge, we're in the know. With fam, we break virtual worlds. Little thunder as the lightning twirls. Paradox behind the lens, making moves. Renegade on the audio, no time to lose. Show's got the afters, let the good times cruise. Show's got the afters, let the good times cruise.
Boom. Mic check. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you all. First of all, big round of applause for that segue from Drago from the pre-WIP into the WIP theme song. That was chef's kiss. That was perfect, dude. Like perfectly timed. Like, damn. Off to a great start on a WIP that I'm extremely excited for. This is one of our quarterly Decentraland led by the amazing, the legendary Backner, coinciding with DCL Art Week 2025. I'm very excited. I've held off on jumping into Decentraland until today's WIP so that we can see and feel and experience everything that they've been putting on. Very excited for that. And really excited because this is also the last WIP before fall break. Next week, we'll have a short little off week before we come back with a dope, very goated lineup in October. So excited for that. Yeah. So why keep the folks waiting? Let's get into the goodness. So Rizzle, take this mic out of my damn hands before I get too shilly. And let's get this hype train rolling for today's WIP into Decentraland.
Yo, can I get a mic check?
Yeah.
Very good.
Didn't we record a podcast? Aren't you supposed to show that? Maybe we didn't publish it yet. We record. Oh no, we didn't record this week. It just always seems like we did, even if we didn't. We're actually recording tomorrow. Possibly a special episode with a special guest. So look out for that. Big shout out Foxy Yoga, who was not able to hop in for the pre-WIP, but Dragon 8 held it down, and is also cross-streaming all over the place. So shout out to him. We are in Juxton's place in Decentraland, so it's juxton.land. So if you want to come to the bar while you're getting ready for the art tour, it will give you a chance to update your DCL client, and do all the things you got to do, like hop in if you haven't been in a while. So it's just juxton.land, and that'll get you to the bar. And really just an exercise in updating your stuff, because we're not going to be here for long. This is going to be like a rapid fire art tour. We got Backner in the house. She's got several top tier Metaverse artists. We're going to be swinging through their parcels and hearing from several of them as well. So I'm going to try and keep it tight. We're going to try and keep it tight. If you have questions at the end of this whirlwind tour for any of our artists or for Bay, hit show in the chat box at SHO. He will relay them to the speakers. Speaking of which, we are in the general channel of the Meme Explorers Discord. So if you are hearing me, but you're not seeing the links being dropped or any of the banter going on, that's where you want to slide into so you can get all that good stuff. So let's see, what else we got? Shout out Juxton streaming into Frankie's Tavern. That's why we're hanging out at the bar. If you have, I'll let him tell you about mugs. We're going to swing back into Frankie's Tavern and have Juxton back on in a few weeks, but we'll get to that. Next week, we're off, like Matt said. So you're all dismissed from the Metaverse and Web3 for a week. And we'll be back the following week with another killer WIP. But we're taking a break, a fall break. So y'all can as well. In the meantime, if you miss us, we do have our YouTube channel out there as always with like 10,000 hours worth of content. That's last week when we had Meme on with Johan and Easy and Jose, and we had like a little musical interlude with Jose last week. Yeah, what will you do with your time on Thursday? I would say watch old WIPs next week. That's probably the best thing you could do. Or actually join our gang. You might actually be a member of our gang already, but We do have a presence on Farcaster. We do have a channel on Farcaster. We do have Matt, who's like, you know, in the inner of tipping, throwing tips around on Farcaster. And we also joined a gang with CoBuild that is raising money for WIPcoin, which you all get today for coming through to our event. However, you're gonna have to sign the guest book, and normally that's in Hyperfi, but I'm gonna drop it here in Discord to be nice. However, we are paying very close attention to who's trying to scam us and take our free gifts and tokens and everything, and we're not giving them to you. But in all honesty, you should sign the guest book on the link that I just dropped in Discord. I'm not going to leave it up there for too long so it doesn't get botted. But you're going to get some WIPcoin for attending today's event. You're going to get some rats from Fabiano and Patrizia. And yeah, so do that. You know, and if you've been signing it, check your OpenSea, check all the things. We're sending you things on a weekly clip. Let's see, what else we got? I think that's everything. We're gonna do a group shot. Bay's got this thing on lock, so I'm gonna shut up in a second and pass the mic over to Bay, who's gonna be our incredible field trip host, as she's been sort of quarterly for a little while now. Yeah, yo, shout out Easy raising $3 for WIPcoin on CoBuild, gang. Yo, shout out to the crew who makes this happen every week. A lot of them have a badge next to them. Some of them have a duck or something. I don't know why, but y'all can figure out who's part of the crew. They're the ones who are out here in front of you and making stuff happen on a weekly clip. If you would like to support the WIP, consider buying some WIPcoin. We don't know what's going to happen with it, but we do know that we airdropped it on everyone who's come through the WIP in the last 5+ years. Plus the crew. So if you want to support the crew, I don't know, consider scooping some WIPcoin, consider adding something to the liquidity pool. Consider this is NFADYOR because we don't know what we're doing, except we do, probably. We got a bunch of OG motherfuckers in here. So with that, if you would like to sponsor an event, if you'd like to contribute a substantial amount of money, hit up Matt and I. Our rug count is impeccable, and that's why we're still out here with, like, you know, a decent reputation. So I'm going to pass the mic over to Bay, and I'm going to drop the link for the first spot as I'm killing time here in Discord for Decentraland, because we've got a lot of people up in the bar. Appreciate y'all coming out to hang out. Pre-game time is over, and now we're going to this spot in Decentraland, and I'm going to pass the mic over to Bay so that she can intro that and tell us where we're going and a little bit about Decentraland Art Week, because if you haven't been paying attention, this is the WIP taste of it in our own chaotic way, but this is a much larger event than just what we're going through today. So, Bay, if you can hear me, feel free to grab the mic and yeah. Tell the people what's up.
Hi, Rizal. I've just been told I need to roast you for doing some default dancing in Decentraland. I need to get you some emotes.
I just set my tiger suit in motion and was checking my notes.
Okay. She sent you. You have some emotes for some actual fab dancing. Yeah, obviously.
It's awesome
to be here again.
I'm gonna stop dancing.
It's Decentraland Art Week. It is. I hope my internet connection is going to hold out. I'm sort of between places right now. I'm going to try and share my screen. So if you're not able to jump in, you're still going to be able to see what I see. Let me see if this works. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah. Can everyone see that? Rizzo, can you see that on your side?
Great. You're pro, Bay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So I hope it's not going to be me talking the whole time. I've got Unai in the house, I've got Paradigm Stories in the house. I'm hoping Muffin and Lazaro are going to jump in. These are all some of the amazing builders. We've got 27 installations at Decentraland Art Week this year. They're going to be here for the whole 12 months. So it used to be that Decentraland Art Week was this kind of time-limited thing, whereas we're hoping to have this as being a space that we activate on a regular basis. I think Rizzle, Fractillions, there might be some alpha coming from you guys at some point soon about all of this, but really trying to be a place where we can keep innovating around art in Decentraland. This is my third art week as curator, which seems astonishing right now that we're in so far in virtual worlds. It's the first one where we've created it as an open space, so you can run across this whole site It's by the sea. So if you want to join me now, just open Decentraland, jump in, and you'll automatically spawn to where I am, which is in the Decentraland Art Week Visitor Center, built by the incredible Studio Over Designs. They've been amazing. We've also decimated this build a couple of times to really make it load as quickly as possible with multiple avatars. We've used it as a crazy networking center. We've been using it as our workshop center. So when you arrive, you get teleported right into the visitor center. And if you have a look around you, if you press C and then U as a top to be able to kind of zoom out, zoom around, you can use your arrow keys to kind of explore the site without having to run anywhere. But you can see it's a huge site, all completely covered with brand new art installations. There's 27 in this site alone. And then we have a community site as well, which the community put together. Canessa, the community buildings of Decentraland have done an amazing job of having another site. So we've actually have two maps on the Art Week website. If you go to decentraland.org/artweek, you will see there's two maps, one with these installations that all came from the official Art Week open calls, and paired with some of our amazing 3D studios that are specialists in Decentraland. And then we also have what we call the Explore More map, which is across multiple locations in Decentraland with communities doing activations, more art installations, people like Linda Lowe and Julia Sky, who are WIP group regulars too, all doing amazing things for Art Week. So, Unai, are you there? Can you jump on the mic? Hello, Unai. Yeah, process and see if I can go to Unai. Unai.
Hey, hello.
Hey, hi Unai. So Unai, do you want to just really quickly say what your connection is to Decentraland Art Week?
Yes, of course. I'm Unai, very happy to be here. I'm in Decentraland since maybe 2020, more or less the beginning, and always very connected to the art, always making a lot of events like in art galleries, also with music, and always discovering like all the things that have Decentraland for someone like me that I'm artist and I like make projects. I'm also engineer. I like the technical part, and that's why I was involved in Decentraland since I met the Decentraland.
So Unai, we're going to run to your build. So you were one of the studios that we paired with artists that had not necessarily built in Decentraland before. So you want to say how that came together? Who you paired with, and what was the brief that you had to work with?
Yes, was a really good work with Emma Safiro and Savannah Spirit. Two artists, like you are saying, they didn't know anything or very few about the Metaverse, about Decentraland. Like they were discovering with us more or less, or with you maybe also, how works Decentraland, what were the possibilities. We were making like the first meeting. Savannah is a photographer and Emma is also like an activist artist. She make videos or performance. The idea was to create like a installation playing with the shadows. If we go now, you will see it's like the colors are always black and gray, white.
So I'm just going to ask Rizal and Kim if you can drop the coordinates. We're going to minus 142, minus 81, which is this amazing build that Unai created with Emma Shapiro and Savannah Spirit. So Emma and Savannah came in via the open call. I paired them with Unai's studio because Unai, I've loved your work with Eva Kalaka. I thought that you would be amazing pairing with Emma and Savannah, and kind of context for anyone listening in. We had 10 open calls with 10 studios, all paired, all trying to fit the motivation, the kind of portfolio of each studio to where the artists wanted to take their build. And the outcomes of that have been extraordinary. So Unai, we're going to jump in your build now, which is minus 142, minus 81 if you're joining in world. And Unai, can you tell us what we're about to experience?
And if you enter to the build, you will see that it's like a closed space. When you see from outside, it's like a house or like a place, no? It looks great. And when you enter there, you will see first the art of Emma and Savannah is on the walls, is in the middle of the build. Also, there is a video with a performance. But something about the experience that we were trying to build here was to play with the shadows, the natural shadows or the native shadows that have Decentraland. I invite you to play with this function that had the UI of Decentraland, where you can move the time of the day to play with the skybox. And you will see, if you play with the skybox, how the shadows go through the build, trying to make the same effect that you can see in the photos.
Love this so much. So you've taken one of the basic functionality of Decentraland, which is this moving skybox, and work with Emma and Savannah to actually incorporate that within this art installation.
Yes, and was I remember that was a recommendation from you to check this. And after speaking with Emma and Savannah about how works this in Decentraland, they were agree, and yes, we found a way, like making these holes in the roof, and also some windows, and then just testing in Decentraland how was looking. And bueno, the result is there. Thank you.
What surprised you the most about creating this build?
For me, well, I want to give here like how I can say a big hug for Karina. Actually, she's the artist, also collaborator, Mujer Maravilla in Decentraland. She is the artist, also creator of the build, collaborating also with Emma and Savannah. And for me, the most actually is repeating, but actually for me was very surprising, or very I was excited playing with the lights. And also I think now it's not possible, but maybe I think this feature of the Explorer maybe could be more control, have more control when you design the scene, because you can really create very beautiful effects. For example, this year we are coming again with the Viva la Calaca festival, and it's a festival where there are a lot of things in the air, there is a lot of movement, and also the shadows, how the shadows are in the Decentraland is really really beautiful.
Unai, it's been amazing to explore your build with you. I love how that entry photo as well just echoes all of that work that you've done inside with the shadows. I think it's a triumph.
Also the sounds, as you mentioned, is also coming from Savannah, the artist, and the effect is also when you walk, you are triggering some of this speech that is making Savannah, or these audios. And if you walk around, you will mix all of them, creating like something like an environment inside of the build. Also with the sculpture, with the video, is more or less to get immersed in the concept of the artist, that you can read in the entrance. There is a text in the floor where you can read about Emma and Savannah, what is about the expo, because the artists decide not putting any text inside the bit. This was an idea coming from Emma and Savannah.
And I know that Emma and Savannah are both very active in this debate that's raging right now about digital censorship, especially on social media platforms. Emma's the editor-in-large of Don't Delete Art, which is a campaign who collaborate with the Electronic Frontier Foundation about censorship of particularly artists that use their bodies in their work, particularly minority artists and underrepresented artists, or bodies that don't fit the societal norm. They tend to be unfairly targeted by the algorithmic moderation of social media platforms, or don't have avenues to display this kind of work. So it was really special to be able to do this in Decentraland as an adult environment, putting a warning on there that this does contain some sensitive content. And I think, Unai, you handled that superbly. So thank you so much for your work on this one.
Thank you. Also was a really nice collaboration, and also I learned a lot about how to make this kind of projects with this kind of artists. You mean with this many little bit controversial art or
we're gonna have to jump, I'm afraid, because we've got 2 more builds to show, and then we've got our photo space in the amazing build by Hayabusa. So Paradigm Stories, are you ready? Are you there? Can you plug your mic in? Can you speak, Tiago? Hey.
Hello.
Hi,
Can you guys
Tiago.
listen to me?
Absolutely,
Hi.
we can hear you loud and clear. We're going to jump to your building, Tiago, while you tell us how this build came together. So if you're in world with me right now, we're jumping to minus 133, minus 83. I've put the link in there, so you can just click it if you're in world with me in the chat to teleport directly there. Minus 133, minus 83. And we're jumping into Tempus Impromptu. Paradigm Stories, what are we about to see?
I'm having a hard time to jump in. Just a second. But still, I can start talking.
Amazing. I don't know if you can follow along with me, Tiago. I'm sharing my screen as well, so I think everyone can see. Tiago, so tell me about your arts background. How did you get into this virtual world installation right now?
Okay, so just a second. How you want me to go back from the start, or just talk about the installation and how I arrived here?
Your work. I want to go to your Twitter feed first off to see the kind of work that you do, because you're an illustrator and a tattoo artist. Can you tell a little bit more about how you work usually?
Well, what can I tell you? I started with hand-drawn surrealist works in the 90s. In 2021, when I come to NFTs, I decided to draw the line and divide my works in between DC and AC, which stands for before and after crypto for me. So everything I've done previously to 2021, I would say that in general they are experiences. And in 2021, what I found was that technology gave me a lot of possibilities. So I decided to, over time, take part of a lifelong mosaic. What I mean is, I'm doing one-on-ones. The pieces work as standalones, but at the same time, they are part of something bigger. And that's what I'm doing. And after a while, I decided to do that digital collage of three one-on-ones, which I call Tempus Impromptu.
And that's what we see surrounding us. So these are hand-drawn drawings that we're seeing on the wall.
This is already this is already 9 to 12 pieces, if I'm not wrong. So in the meantime, Temples Impromptu will be just a pixel of something bigger that works. It's hard to say how they work as a standalone, but they do as one-on-ones. And yeah, so I decided this piece wasn't specifically created for this open call for one particular reason. The time frame would make it humanly impossible for me to do it, considering the size.
And how many
I've done
hours
it
are we surrounded there in terms of your
on
9
this
pieces around us?
piece. We are talking about months, not hours. On
Wow.
this one, I have a minimum 4 months in it. Yeah. And so, as soon as I saw the open call and the open call description, I said, well, it makes sense. This piece is resting on my wallet. It already has a long story. At the same time, I remember to ask if is there any museum that I could donate the piece to Decentraland? Because it makes total sense if possible to rescue. This is a question. And yeah, what can I tell you more about me and how I got into it? Okay, so I saw the open call and I said instantly that the piece made sense. I have a couple of other pieces, but they didn't make any sense at all to apply to the open call with them, because this one had the elements and the concepts that would be a perfect fit for it. The piece is filled with chaos, spirals, impossible staircases, fragmented realities, but at the same time, it's balanced by symbols of nature like forests, waterfalls, and some animals. So what I mean is, I think it reflects the same need to pause and reconnect, like the touching grass theme suggests. And this was the reason. I was, and I am truly humble and amazed that, considering the amount of artists and talent out there, that I was selected to be part of the art week, the Decentraland art weeks, and I was truly amazed. And I not even in my dreams I ever considered to, or did I even think that this could be possible. And yeah, and back to the piece and the concept itself. Well, I started thinking while reading the open call description to see if it makes sense. And since touching grass is, I would say, a metaphor for returning to presence or grounding yourself beyond the noise of digital life. And the fact that reconnecting with what's real and essential made me think that the work at the same time mirrors that paradox, overwhelming detail that ultimately will ask the viewer to pause and reflect.
Love this so much. I think it's such an effective build, and I love how you've gamified the experience with Duet, Jim Assemble Studios. Just this collaboration of just creating this multi-layered experience from your illustrations.
Yeah, because I'm talking about the piece. As soon as I saw how UX translated my vision or my piece into 3D language, I was wow. I was really overwhelmed the way he did it, because he grabbed specific elements without me telling him a thing. I see this piece as, at the same time, it's open to multiple interpretations, I would say. But the way he did it, it was perfect, because there are symbols in the piece itself, like the hourglass, for me, it represents time slipping through our hands, and he grabbed it and put it inside. It was perfect, and the staircases that I like to draw them a lot, and they help me bridge some gaps in between the structure and the concepts that I like to bridge. And use them, the staircases, and I like to use them as a concept that reflects somehow the complexity of modern existence. So these were all touch points that he grabbed from the piece to make the build, and it was incredible. I loved it. I had a rough August. It was like a roller coaster. That didn't allow me to work as much as I wanted with him. But the way he interpreted everything, it was cool. I love the way it turned out.
I love this so much. So we've spoken to Unai, who's the studio collaborating on the build. We've spoken to you, Tiago, who is the artist collaborating with the studio on the build. And now if Muffin, Lazaro, are you there? So we can jump to your build to show your creation, which was as a 3D studio doing both. So being both the conceptual force behind the build and also the studio that made it live. Let me see, Muffin, Lazaro, are you there? Talk about Blumen. See, Impossible Studio. Are you there? Can you talk? Impossible Studio. Hi. Okay, awesome. So we're gonna jump to your build next. So if you're in world with me, we're gonna jump to Blumen. So minus 139, minus 83. And do you wanna, Math and Lazaro, do you wanna tell us what we're about to see?
Where we are here also in the world.
Jumping.
We're going in work.
I can see you, Lazaro. So should I follow you, Lazaro?
Yeah, well, we have a story in this world. This is a civilization in harmony with nature and technology, and they have developed this artifact that give you magic. So you have to find it, and if you see this map in the first build, in the first house, you can see where you can go, and you have to follow the little mushrooms to get the final reward. But also we have like a secret place, like a secret world inside this world. And well, I don't know who can find it first.
I'm gonna follow the mushrooms. I love this build so much. It's so joyful. So I'm following the mushrooms up into the build. And I should warn you that my parkour skills are literally the worst. Right? WIP has seen this in many times before. So close your eyes if I'm falling off things, okay? And how did this concept come together?
Well, we inspired a lot in when we go to the park to touch grass, literally.
Yeah.
Because we live with Muffin, we live like 1 block away, and we have like a big park nearby, and we always go there like when we need to really like get out of the house.
Actually touch grass.
Yes, because we are all day in the computer or playing, creating, and
Doing
sometimes
craft. Also doing craft. That's it. Something that we want to put into this project. So the whole thing is about creating, crafting, staying in touch with nature, while having fun, I guess.
yeah, this theme for this art week, it was like the perfect feeling for us because we always talk about that, and we always wanted to build a game. We we met each other like not long ago, last year, and we we both do similar things, and we wanted to do something together. And then we started like chilling in the center and hanging out, and like everything, the whole universe connected, and we ended up doing exactly that, like putting together like all we love to do. Uh, Also, I don't know if someone has found the secret world yet.
No, see, I found the secret world when I was first testing your first iterations of your build, and I haven't found that again, and it kind of makes me really sad. Can you give us some tips of how to find the secret world? I've already claimed the wearable, so if anyone's with us in world right now to claim the wearable, join me at the top of the build where the sewing machine is. Press the lever on the sewing machine, and you will get the special, very cute wearable that fits this build. But Math and Lazaro, how do we find the secrets here?
And a clue is that it's very near the picnic.
Another
Picnic.
clue is touch wood instead touch grass, touch wood.
So should I jump out this
Tree.
window and try and find Touchwood? Should I start from the bottom? Is this how I'm going to find it? Okay. You're having so much
it was
fun not
really
telling us.
what?
You're having a
Sorry?
lot of fun. Estás divirtiéndose mucho a no decirlo.
Sí.
And if you know, I don't know if you noticed, but it's like we made like a story for this backpack that you find that you can claim. Because
Okay.
in the first house, you can see that it's the house of the flowers. So there's where this civilization, they have flowers, and they make this big flower grow because it's magic. Then in the second house, you can see that they work there with alchemy and different elements, and they have found this magic mushroom. And they have, and then in the third house, you can see that with the machine, and there are some drawings. So this civilization put together the flower and the mushrooms and made a magical backpack that it's very magical. And actually, you can see the real draw that we made, the first draw of the backpack in the table of the sewing machine. And also this secret world that you can find, that's where this magic mushroom come from. But this civilization found this secret world, and they never knew that it was there. But you can find it if you follow. Also, if you follow the glowing bugs, you can find the entrance in the
I
picnic.
think I found it. I'm jumping around gleefully now underneath and I can see Rizzle hasn't found it. Ha ha, Rizzle. Rizzle, jump in the
Yes,
tree. Yay! I'm in the secret world. I can found it.
I am here now.
Both
I
of
see
these.
people
And
coming.
Rizzle's found it. Awesome. So, I love this build. It's like being a child again and being in a children's book, but in a really my cheeks are hurting from smiling exploring this build. So just thank you so much for bringing this to Art Week. It's just a joy.
Thanks. We learned so much. It was so much fun. You don't know, this couple of months, our lives changed a lot because of this. It was so fun. We put together like our our own system and created and learned a lot with uh, how to create in the Centerland. And when you really, really have to go and do it, like until the final step of deploying, and you get crazy, and then you deploy and you can't believe it. It's like, we finished, we finished. Oh, I can't. Oh, it was so much fun.
That's so cool. I wish we could stay here longer, but we have to jump. We're gonna jump now. to another amazing build. So just if you
Okay.
are in world with us, there are 27 of these. I cannot do it justice in an hour. We've had people coming back each day exploring. There are obviously daily quests in Decentraland. If you have been in for the first time this time, don't worry about missing the quest. The quest is a day long, but you can start them wherever. So you can start day one quest now. You have until Monday at 10 a.m. UTC to finish all the quests to get 4 extra special wearables. There are 4 wearables to claim in the Digital Fashion Week boutique as well. So if you go to Art Week, so decentraland.org/Art Week, have a look at the map there. Find the Digital Fashion Week boutique. There are 4 incredible wearables to claim there, and extra wearables hidden in the build by the amazing Oggy Worlds that I know is with us in the chat. But Oggy, we're probably not going to have time to go to your build, but drop your coordinates of your build for Oggy's incredible parkour challenge, which is just extraordinary. There's an amazing emote to claim in Oggy's build. There's a hidden emote in the photography gallery, a hidden wearable in the photography gallery. If you see people walking around in like a Kill Bill style jumpsuit with Art Week on the back, that's from the photography gallery. But right now, we're going to jump, it's a kind of unwind in one of the most peaceful builds in Art Week, which is Whispers Beneath the Bubble by Hayabusa. Hayabusa is an extraordinary creator that's come through Decentraland. I'm dropping her coordinates now in the chat, which is -136 -86. So if you click on that chat now, we'll dive straight into Whispers Beneath the Bubble by Hayabusa. Hayabusa's been amazing as a collaborator as well. That she's been helping a lot of the creators that have come into behind the scenes, helping out with a lot of the builds. I know that Zed Kale with the incredible build called The Little Self, which again, if you go to decentraland.org/Art Week, you can see it all there. And I would just say, have a run around this build and just see how to interact. Top tip, there is a little gaming icon you can click on to get all the instructions. You probably on my screen is super high res right now, so you won't be able to read them here. But essentially, you can interact with this build on lots of different levels. So if you press 1, if you press 2, 3, 4, and 5 on your keyboard, each of them do different interactions in this build. I'd really urge you, like in Unai's build for Emma and Savannah, just to start playing with the skybox as well. You'll see all kinds of different glow effects. We can jump onto the whale. So if you press 4 on the keyboard, you're going to find yourself in a giant leaf. So if anyone wants to join me floating on the leaf. And so, yeah, just have a play with all of the incredible interactivity that's here in this build by Hayabusa. I think for many of us, it's one of the ones that we keep coming back to sit and explore here and just take videos and photos. So I don't know if Rizzo, we want to dive in and do the photos here, or whether we've got any questions beforehand while we're all chilling and riding leaves and just hanging with Hayabusa as well.
We should absolutely do the photo in here, but we do have some questions and answers, or some questions. You got the answers. So let's try and encourage everyone to get in here. I know there's a couple people still wandering around the other spots. So while Show is hitting you all with some questions, hop into the spot. We'll do a photo op at the end. And I neglected to mention at the beginning of the show that Fractillions and I will be back out here tomorrow morning, Eastern time, 9 o'clock into Decentraland for another part of this art week. So if you like what you see today, come hang out tomorrow morning with us, 9 o'clock Eastern time, Fractillions and I.
And there's so much more to see. I'm already excited about what we're going to explore tomorrow. It's I don't know, I get a little bit emotional about all these builds because it's just blown my mind what's possible right now, and just the amount of experiences that have been written into all of these things that a lot of us are only just discovering when we start having the tours.
This build is really, really cool. It's one of the coolest ones I've been in a long time, for sure. Show, we got any questions coming in from the audience?
Hey, Show.
Hey, y'all. How's my audio?
Hi. Really well. How are you doing?
Good. So, I've always loved Decentraland Art Week, and knowing many artists in real life who have a hard time getting their work in front of the right people or having it hosted in a gallery or a space for a long period of time, it's sometimes very difficult for people to really, have their work appreciated. So seeing so many people have Decentraland as a platform in order to do that is awesome. I'm just curious about culture wise or benefits wise. What would you say many artists have taken away from being able to have their work presented like today or now? I mean, there are many artists in the voice channel now. They can speak up too if they want.
Yeah, I love that. Unai, Muffin, Lazaro, Iago, do you want to say a little bit about what have you got out of this experience?
Does anyone go first?
You jump in.
Oh, what was the question again?
What did you get out of this experience?
I don't know. I have a lot of things that I could say about it because this is incredible. Well, what I mean is the way that the art itself it expands beyond the frame, and in virtual worlds, art isn't just something that you look at; it's something you live inside. So I believe he asked about the benefits and what I see. I have no idea. I love to experiment and see where my drawings can go and how far can go and the variance that I can take with it, because I never like to limit myself to one medium like AR, 3D, or even like to explore my drawings with generative tools. So this at the same time, and these tools that open new doors, and I like to open to keep extending the surreal universe that I've been creating on paper. This is one of the benefits that I see. Along with the team, I see other benefits that I don't know. I could talk a little bit more, but maybe some other artist could say something else. Or if I haven't specifically answered to the question, I I can do it again if if he wants to ask. Sure, go ahead.
I think also we should mention that there is funding, which I think for a music curator, it's a massive honor to be able to give funding to artists. That's just huge. And I was trying to calculate it with Kim, I think it was a couple of days back, of going, okay, how much have we actually given out via open call to arts, to specifically artists, not even including studios, because obviously we work with a lot of studios, we work with 10 studios to pair with the artists, but in terms of just artists directly through open calls, and it looks like $55,000 in mana we've awarded to artists since the beginning of the year for things like Fashion Week, for Art Week, for even Career Quest. We've done installations coming up for Fright Night. $55,000 in mana, and for me as a curator working in the arts, it's just massive to be able to support artists in a financial way, as well as collecting their work. A lot of the artists I start working with, I start collecting as well. But as a curator, it's been an extraordinary journey, and I'm incredibly grateful to the Decentraland Foundation for giving that opportunity to artists, and also for me as an artistic curator. Kim, I don't know if you want to jump in as well for the questions. In Korea from the Decentraland Foundation, who has been enormously supportive in making Art Week happen, and it wouldn't happen without her.
Hi, everyone. Yeah, I'm too busy floating next to a whale holding a flower. I mean, what could be more amazing? Yeah, I agree. I think that what it does for creators is, especially those that maybe don't have art that fits in the quote unquote traditional sense, the ability to exhibit in a way to get, 60 people looking at it at once, or hundreds exploring it throughout the event, or thousands over time, just getting people to see your work is so moving and valuable, and get to be in the world watching people interact with it, I've heard has been really impactful for a lot of our creators over the interviews we've done the past few days. And then I just wanted to add to Bay's point, the 55,000 is just the open calls. We've done social contests, we've done building grants, like we've done a bunch of different stuff, but really making sure that the builders in Decentraland all feel supported.
Can I
That's
jump in?
awesome. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I forgot in the benefits. I just saw the email some minutes ago, and I wasn't aware of the money that is coming along with the open call. That was another benefit that I only realized a couple of minutes ago, and like I don't remember who was talking previously, but just wanted to add that. Yeah, another benefit is that traditional shows put your work on walls, and in here, it was possible to build, and it is possible to build entire worlds. That's it. Just wanted to add.
Yeah, I love that you've forgotten about the money. I love that you went through the open call and
I was like, wait, what?
And it's not the first time.
I love that
actually
for
not
you.
the first time. Yeah.
That's
So,
that's
next
awesome.
question.
Yeah. So we have a question from Tantea. They said, "Bae, do you like this NFT that they made?" And it's an NFT that says Tantea for Becker. It's a picture, and it's a drawing of you. Yeah, it's a little further up in the it's a little far back. Yeah.
It's beautiful. Yes, Santea, thank you for that. It is one of my highlights now out of Art Week 2025. We should hang it in the gallery. Actually, Santea, you can make a gallery. When we put Art Week together this year, we were really thinking about how we can have more and more people creating art in Decentraland. And so I worked with the amazing Argentinian development house called the Coding Cave, to create a new template for Decentraland's Creator Hub. And there's a social competition going on right now with Dana, the amazing Master Waynes, for people to create new galleries using the Creator Hub template and just share them on socials. So, Tantea, this needs to have its own gallery. I encourage you to make a gallery like this. Hang it in the gallery and share it with Dana on the socials. And obviously, there's prizes to be won. It's Decentraland. But thank you. It's beautiful.
That's awesome. We have a question from Hidden Forces. He would like to know: are there any numbers on attendance for the last show?
Oh, good question. Kim, do you want to talk about that side?
Yeah, we're still, I mean, this one started yesterday, so we're still going in. I think we are at almost, hold on, let me double check. The numbers are still rolling in, but I think we're at almost 200 new users coming into Decentraland just for the show. So that's really what I focus on, is like, did we get new eyes into art? And then the last year's show, I don't have that data in front of me, but we know that people come and they stay and they explore. I think we were at like 40 something minutes last year for people to explore all of the art in one setting, which is incredible to be able to do that and to have people from all over the globe together. But I don't have the concrete numbers in front of me at the moment.
That's cool. Lastly, we have a question from Felons. They would like to know, where do we go to submit our music portfolio? It's amazing timing to be able to collaborate.
Ooh, for a music festival.
Yeah.
So the open call for music festival performers for main stage closed on Monday. So we just missed that one. But New Festival Trail will be, the open call will be October. And if you still want to get involved with Music Festival, there's going to be other opportunities. So we're curating what we're calling party pads. So they are communities that are curating their own performances in 6 new venues, created actually by these amazing studios. So Unai, I think one's on their way to you. These studios will have these 6 party pads by communities. They're also going to have performances taking place. And we'll be having extra community parties, performances, activations. So if you want to be part of that, We don't have the official open call open as that's closed for the main stage, but there are still all the kind of fringe opportunities to perform. If that's something of interest, I would say send me your portfolio just by email, babe.backner@decentraland.org, and also post on the Discord, because I'm going to be poking people there to have a look at our performers to choose for the additional opportunities at the fringe of the festival. And in addition to that, I am creating at the Decentraland Creator Hub a template for performers. So if you want to have your own streaming space in Decentraland, there's going to be a template for that in the Creator Hub in time for the festival, and lots of workshops about how to get that going. Yeah, there's so many different ways of getting involved. The first is follow the Decentraland newsletter for when the template is released. Follow the Decentraland newsletter to get all the open call opportunities that come through during the year, and just like post in the Discord what you can do, and then that gets in front of community members that are organizing parties, that are creating activations. I think, Kim, did I touch on everything there, or do we talk about communities as well?
Yeah, I was gonna say just the community hosts parties like every week. And it's one of the biggest use cases, and they're always looking for new DJs, new performers. So I think posting in the Discord saying like, hey, we're performers, connecting with people like Arctillions, Canessa, Mary Shark, like there's a Sinful, there's a bunch of people that are regularly scheduling content. And so just getting into that flow, we can help connect you with that.
Appreciate Bay and Kim as always hopping on and handling all the questions as well as the artists and everything. I'm really loving this build and the way that you can interact with it and everything. And I feel like I haven't said that in a long time. We should absolutely do the group shot in here. So I'm going to drop the direct link to where we're at again in Discord here. If you're wandering around Decentraland, now's the time to get back to the whale. And while we figure out, we do not have Paradox in the house, our resident videographer, but we, per protocol, we must play his theme song, and we'll get a fake Paradox in here to line up a group shot somewhere in this whale spot. So, big shout out Bay and Kim coming in here and throwing down. This has been a fantastic tour. So, everybody hop in. I dropped the link in the general channel of Discord, and get in here for this group shot while we listen to Paradox's song. Yes, we should be in the air. We'll figure it out.
Just a hungry cameraman looking for a tiny bit of attention. It's me, Paradox. Get your asses in line and smile for the fucking camera. No one cares about Matthew and Rizzle, that's for sure. It's about me, Paradox. I'm taking over the show.
Hey, Juxton, are you being fake Paradox this time? Or do I have to pretend to be a terrible fake Paradox again and apologize to Paradox? So Juxton's saying, yes, he is the fake Paradox. Juxton, do you want to jump on the mic and do this? This is becoming like a contemporary art performance piece at the top of this whale right now. I feel like we're making a stack of the WIP crew on top of the whale. Juxton, is this the vision you're going for?
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me?
Hi, Juxton, we can.
How am I sounding? I think this is actually my first time on the WIP in maybe ever 5 years, something like that.
You're sounding great to me.
What up, Rizzle?
Yeah, this
All
is
right.
crazy, Justin. First time in 5 years. I got blessed. Anyway, take it away.
All right. So, all right, everyone, let's see. Where's a good place? If everyone can maybe jump up onto this craggy thing. This, can you see me up here? If you can kind of jump onto the rocks, jumping around, maybe everyone can kind of stand up on this thing and we can get everyone together. Yeah, that looks great, actually. If everyone faces towards the touch grass, like in that general direction away from the parcel. Yeah, just towards this side is great. I don't know if I'm the one getting. Sorry, this is my first time. I've never directed this either, so I'm not multitasking very well. But yeah, I would say if everyone kind of gets in this spot, and if everyone wants to, do emotes, do something fun, jump up and down, everyone go ahead and get your cameras out. If you're in DCL, you can activate your camera by pressing C, and then you can zoom around. You can zoom around, get different angles. Feel free to get your own shots. After you get the photo, you can go into the gallery and make them public, and it will actually tag everyone who is in the photo. So then you can connect with everyone who is here in the shot if you want to make friends afterwards. How are we doing, guys? Yeah, I'm sorry I can't do the British accent.
Yo, Justin, you crushed, dude. You've also taught us something about the camera system in DCL. You might, dude, if your accent was way worse, you might put Paradox out of the job. But you didn't impersonate him well enough, so we'll keep him around. Dude, I really appreciate you hopping on the mic, man, and helping us out with this. And also all the support lately, dude. You've been around the community forever, man. It's nice to have you out here. And for those of y'all listening, Justin's been cooking with the Mug Club, and we're going to be out his way doing something in not too long. So this is not the first you've heard from Justin, but also not the last either. So appreciate it, Fake Paradox. We got some nice shots rolling in. Hell yeah. I think that is just about everything for this week. I'm going to drop some of the important links to the YouTube channel, the Farcaster channel. Y'all know we're on Twitter. This is the gang channel if you want to support. I know Justin is also in the gang, doing all the things. MK Dragon, appreciate everyone's support out here. This is awesome. Fractilians and I are back tomorrow morning. It's a quick turnaround. We're here 9 a.m. Eastern time. I think with Bay and like a lot of the DCL gang tearing through some new stuff out this way. So if you're up tomorrow morning, come chill with us. And then you're dismissed for a week. We'll be back not next week, but the following week with another good event. So I'm going to throw the mic over to Matt, see if anything is missing out here. And other than that, definitely stick around for the Afties List show once we wrap this.
No, this is amazing. DCL held up. It was super performant this time around. Very excited for that. And then shout out Juxton jumping on for the first time in like 5 years. We'll forgive the lack of a terrible British accent. But also thank you for highlighting the camera setting. You can like fly around, get shots. Like that is actually a mega feature that I have not heard anyone talk about until now. Needs to be talked about more. That made flying around, viewing the whole situation way easier. Bay, Kim, everyone that presented, put together these amazing exhibits for Decentraland Art Week. Hats off to you. All the rounds of applause for everything that you're doing to make the metaverse that much richer and artful. Really, really appreciate the hell out of y'all. And with that, let's get into the Afties with show.
Wait, is this thing on?
Yeah! It's time for the Afties!
Hot takes, opinions, thoughts. Let's go!
Hey y'all, how's my audio? Awesome, thank you. Hey, click on me if you're in the voice channel. Click on me if you're in the voice channel, y'all. Yo, shout out to our presenters presenting presentable things. That was awesome. That was great. Click on me if you're in the voice channel. I'm sharing my screen so you can keep up. Adjust your headphones, adjust your speakers, adjust all the things. Cause WIP fam, what the fuck is up? I'm your host, Show. You already know. If you don't know, you will know by the end of this display of awesome things that happens all the time. That happens all the time, every week, all the time. Yo, shout out to all you. Shout out to us collectively. I love us. We're amazing. All of us are amazing together. There's a couple of things I want to get into. The first thing I want to get into is, hey man, the Subs mini app has launched yesterday. It is officially launched yesterday. Against all obstacles, against all resistance, against all naysayers. It's time for you to say things back. Hot takes, opinions, thoughts, all bundled up into a mini app on Farcaster. Read them and weep. Look at this post right here. Look at this post. Look at this post. It's very simple, man. We're turning content on its head. We're incentivizing your opinion on Farcaster. Now, don't get me wrong. The keyword emoji concept is not a new one. But it wasn't done with you in mind. It wasn't supercharging your engagement. On Farcaster, there is a lack of quality written content. Or you can use paragraph and write. Or you have Cura. That's cool. But in terms of connecting with another peer on Farcaster, it's very difficult because you have a lot of sycophants. You have a lot of people like you'll see in the algorithm, you have people that get 100 recasts, 100 likes, and the content is terrible. There's no one saying, hey, actually, you know what? That's kind of okay, but I've had this instead. Or there's no back and forth. There's no, what the Afties was originally all about, with me being the stupidest person in the room saying, hey, actually, I disagree. Or you know what? I kind of feel this way. And it's the same thing with subs. It's like, hey, man, you may just be like, here's a hot take. I hate your fucking app. I hate the concept. I hate the fact that I can earn WIP through the app, and I hate you. I'm like, you know what? I would respond with the keyword emoji combo of super weak with the tire emoji and say, hey, man, your opinion is super weak, and these are my thoughts on the subject, because that's what this is all about. It is all bundled up into one app on Farcaster. This is a tool. You can write all these things and not be incentivized, or you can utilize the app and get WIP for your trouble. So that being said, I'm gonna, hey, you see this? You see all this branding iconography, this muddled display of graphic design greatness. I'm gonna click on this right here. If you look right, we're gonna go through this together. I'm gonna walk you through. It's a little basic walkthrough. So if you're looking at the screen, you see that the mini app just popped up after the splash screen. You see a lot of colorful images. You see a user profile section, the user card section. You see a couple of things here. Before we press start here, or you can go to start here, but before you do, you're just gonna click the connect button, because that's what you're gonna do. You're gonna get a little pop-up, right? Just to prove that. So your wallet gets populated. But the thing is, though, hold on, let me just, for the sake of this, right? On your section, you're not going to have anything populate, only your wallet address. So you're going to click on the edit button. You're going to enter your username. But then you're going to realize, oh, wait, I don't have my FID, right? So you may save it. It's going to save. But the only thing is, in order to track all of the awesome content that you're going to write on Farcaster, you need your FID. So you're probably going to be scrambling around like, what is going on? Why are my casts, why aren't they being tracked? So you're going to go to the Start Here button. Just follow the rules here. You already opened up the app. You added your username, but then realized that you needed your FID. So here's the instructions. You're going to go in the Forecaster app. You're going to go to your user profile. Your user profile is right here. Click on the 3 dots up at the top on your mobile app. You're going to click on your user profile in the bottom left corner, and it pulls up the same thing. Click on the 3 dots. You're going to click on the About section. The About section pops up. You're going to see your FID, which is your Forecaster ID. This isn't like a private key to your wallet. This doesn't give the app access to all of the shit coins that you're collecting, right? You're going to click on that. Copy, close it out. You're going to go back up. You can type in your username officially now. And then in the FID section, just copy and paste. Save both and it populates. So once you're officially in, then you're gonna click on the Scan Cast button. So scan casts. Any cast that you recently had, they're going to populate right here. So if you had a hot take, cold note, a super week, or even the secret keyword, which you'll discover inside of the Start Here section, I'll get to that in a moment. It's going to populate here in addition to your WIP reward that you'll be able to claim by clicking the claim button. In the how-to section right here, it's going to explain what the combo is all about, the way to frame your cast. Each cast that you successfully send out that's scanned properly is going to get you 10 WIP. And then also, if you participate in the secret keyword search, here's a hint, and it's also the emoji hint as well. So here you go, right here. Yeah, okay. So it's similar to the keyword emoji combo concept, but I'm just not giving it to you. So you're gonna try your luck. You're gonna guess what the keyword combo, the keyword and emoji combo is, based off of the hint, and you're gonna start engaging. You're gonna go out there, and you're gonna type as many different keyword and emoji combos as you want. And if you discovered it, then it's gonna populate right here. If you successfully did it, and you're gonna earn 100 WIP token. And if that happens, then you'll see on the leaderboard, you're going to see how much you accrued, how many combos you earned, and also the secrets that you discovered. Now on the leaderboard, you'll probably see that it's a whole bunch of my emojis, and that's probably going to piss you off. So you're going to want to change that. So what you could do is go back up to where your username is at. You can click on any of the exclamation points, and you're going to choose one that suits your style. If you're in a hot pink, right? Some electric yellow, some midnight cobalt blue vibes, right? You can click on that and it switches, and then it's going to auto-populate here when you refresh the app, and you're good to go. Also, there is a rival section. So what happens is all your combos and secrets are calculated by the app, and you're going to see who else comes close to you. So in addition to the amount of WIP that you earned. So if anyone is close to you, within about 100 WIP or so and combos, then it's going to populate right here. So adds a little competitive feature to it. Wait, so Dragonade is second place. Actually, I have MK Dragon here. I gotta refresh the app and see what's happening. All right, there we go. All right, yeah, so populated, right? So we got Fabiano's in third, Dragonade's in second. Wait, it's Paradigm. Paradigm's in fourth, Valiant's in fifth, but there's no scans yet. Dragonade got one combo in. Now, if you feel like you have a hot take or a cold note or a super weak and the cast wasn't scanned, you're going to double check and make sure that it wasn't double hyphenated or there wasn't a double space between the two words of the keyword. The emoji can be anywhere in the cast, but it's always better to have it right before or after the keyword in order for the scan to be successful. If you've looked at my profile, you've probably seen that I sent out a ton of test casts and people thought that I was hacked. and I had to let them know in DMs, like, no, I wasn't hacked. So to prevent other people from thinking that you were hacked too, there is a limit. There's a claim limit, but also you don't want to spam too much. Around like 10 casts a day is like the overall, like the safe spot. You know, you could go a little crazy if you want. I don't know, but I wouldn't want Farcaster to block your account. But there's also so in regards to claiming your actual WIP that you've accrued, there's a daily limit of 10 successful combos, and you get the return on that, and then you can start again tomorrow and the following day and the following day. And yeah, so that is that flow. That is that flow. And lastly, there's also the stake to auction feature that is coming. So if you were a crypto artist who was interested in participating, what happens is with your WIP token, you'll be able to stake it. You'll be able to stake it and receive 1/3 of it back if you are the highest staker, and 2/3 of your stake goes to the crypto artist who has put up their NFT for auction. The longest duration and the highest amount staked provides the NFT, so you will be competing on that as well. And that there's a little explanation there. And then there's also a stake leaderboard, which will populate when you do that. If it doesn't populate now, it's only because I blocked it. Right. So when an artist is interested, then it will populate and you'll be good to go. So that being said, any thoughts, any opinions, anyone who has stuck around to check out this explanation that was as professional as I can make it, you can voice your opinion here. Awesome. Thank you. This is a tool for you to earn. This is just another tool for you to earn and also strengthen the power of the WIP token. Put Farcaster on notice about our community. Also, there's a follow button, which is obviously you're gonna follow the WIP Meetup's Farcaster channel, right? Well, no, pardon me. This is the follow me button, and the join button. The join button is to join the WIP Meetup Farcaster channel at the top. So there that is, my friends. All right. So let's get into the shits. Let's get into the shits. All right. So awesome. Yo, I mean, hey, listen, man, if you want to present it better, you present. If you want to make sense, if you don't want to stutter or stumble over your words, then you make sense. You present it. All right, check this out. So Jim Cramer says that he wants to see a pause in the endless rally of crypto. And I'm bringing this to attention because if you've been living under a rock, you'll notice that over the past day and a half, shit just jumped off a cliff. So everything just nosedived. I don't know why things have nosedived. Maybe you know more than me, but maybe it was Jim Cramer, because now they're saying that all season's canceled. You see it right here. Now they're having Discover Crypto is talking about it. Marty Party is talking about it. 30-second liquidation levels. This is terrible. I don't know what's happening, but what I do know is that I've exited into stables because fuck all this shit. This has been a terrible year if you wanted to make money in crypto. Unfortunately, it has been terrible. Even though the White House officially says that they expect the crypto market structure bill to pass this year, no one cares. No one cares. And then Michael Saylor is saying that Bitcoin is money, everything else is credit. Again, no one cares. I wanna jump up to this. You know that hell is frozen over if this guy is tweeting from a prison cell saying good morning. You know something is wrong. You know something is incorrect if this guy is saying this and then prices tank. Because truth be told, we all know part of the reason why prices of everything have tanked is because Three Arrows Capital, because Alameda Capital Sam Bankman-Fried, and Celsius, all of these three weren't wash trading the Ethereum. I was going to say something else. They were wash trading Ethereum, just period. I'm just going to put a pin on that. They wash traded Ethereum at the end of 2020, going into May of 2021. And that is the reason why shit mooned the way it did. Not only just the price of Ethereum, but everything mooned. That is the difference. And the reason why this recent moon, alt season is back. It's not. It was stuck under its season. It's clearly manipulated, and nothing else mooned in parallel compared to 2021. I'm pretty sure you're sick of me talking about this. But it is my job to highlight this thing for you, to make you see the things that you wouldn't otherwise see, because you're just floating in the metaverse. Right? You're just floating. You're seeing all these things, whether you care or not. But if you have a wallet, you should care. If you have a crypto wallet, you should care about these things. No? No? I mean, you're here. I thought you would care. Or maybe not. I don't know. But Sam Bankman-Fried cares. He cares enough to jury-rig a cell phone out of a cup of noodles cup, some kind of apparatus that lights things on fire in his prison cell, a wire hanger, and the manual energy that's propelled by the circular motion of the toilet when it flushes and they flush. Right, I'm trying to come up with something scientific to come up with the fact that the motherfucker has a cell phone. He has a cell. How the fuck does he have a cell phone in prison? You're not supposed to, right? I thought prison jail phones were like a thing. You have to like fight for it to talk or something. I don't know. Right? I don't know these things. But clearly he knows something I don't. And look at his face. That's the face of someone who knows things and does things, right? I guess. I don't know. This is another face of a person who knows things, because he says that Bitcoin's going to hit $1 million by 2030. I mean, maybe he $1 million price, and he knows something. I'm just going to skip this picture because I don't care. Skip the picture of those two faces. But yeah, we don't need to talk about those faces. Look, WIP fam, this is the last week of September. Now we're going into quarter 4. It is the start of quarter 4 next week. It is the season of holidays, the season where companies go all in and shore up their bets on selling you products to extract money from you. In the history of crypto, though, it is also the same season where prices are supposed to go up. Pardon me for burping. You know, obviously the gastric, whatever the fuck in my esophagus just went up. Normally, November is when the price skyrockets and everyone's like, oh my God. Because that's what happened last year. That's what happened 2 years before last year. So that's 3 years ago. And that's what happened in 2021. Do you hear the math that I'm doing? That's for comedic effect, for you to be like, huh? Look, man, I don't know why the fuck this shit happens, man. It just goes. The term October, you see this right here? The term October is incorrect. It's November. It should be November-tober. It should be up November-tober, because it's November. It's not October that shit happens. The price doesn't go up during Halloween. People are too drunk and wearing Care Bear outfits. I saw someone write Care Bear in the channel. So yeah, they wear messy Care Bear alcohol stained outfits with the cheeks out in the back. No one gives a shit about trading anything. It's November, because November has 6 weeks in it. That's what it feels like. So people, after a while, like, the euphoria dies, and they're like, fuck, man. Black Friday is like 6 weeks from now. Thanksgiving is like 6 weeks. It's the depression of having to explain crypto around a campfire. Everyone is like, what am I gonna do? So during that period is when people get serious. And that's when I believe charges up the price of everything. And then there's another lull after Thanksgiving where you're like, oh my God, man, oh fuck, man, Christmas is at the end of the month. Hanukkah starts and then Kwanzaa starts too, and I don't know which one I want to celebrate this year. I just need something to raise my spirits because each of these holidays keeps me in perpetual depression. I just came off of Thanksgiving. You want me to do this holiday shit again? And the companies are like, yeah, man, yeah, and that's the reason why people get drunk on New Year's, because they're celebrating the fact that they don't have to do this shit. They don't have to people anymore. Peopling is difficult. Peopling is hard, man. By the way, I saw something about people. I forgot what it was about. Something like, I guess someone was trying to do some art shit, and like they tried to buy people and some other things. It failed. If I don't remember it, that means it failed, dude. The state of crypto, I don't know. Here are my thoughts on the state of crypto going into quarter four. Quarter four is where companies are supposed to try to actually do their jobs to make it look like they've done something over the past 10 months, right? Because if they've been sitting on their ass, right, going in, having a hangover from New Year's, going to January, offices don't open until the second or third week of January. Then it's that buffer period where they're like, all right, so what are we doing? There's a lot of meetings, and no one knows what the fuck they're doing, which is why by February you kind of know what the vibes are going to be for the rest of the year. In crypto, by mid-February, you know if it's going to be an up year or a down year. Well, this past 4 years, it's been a down year because people don't know what the fuck they're doing. Then March is depressing as shit, which is why people drink during St. Patrick's Day. And then April, Easter, people are delirious, so they want to wear pastel colors and eat eggs. And I don't know what the fuck that does for depression, but that's why they start smoking during 420. And then there's May, and May is nice because it starts, things are blooming, I think, during May. And then there's June. You're like, yay, summer. So everyone's like, it's summertime, so I don't have to do any work. So then from June through fucking August, no one is doing anything. And then it's September, right? And we just went through September. September's like, everyone is sober, and they're like, oh my God, I actually need to figure something out. But you can't will yourself to do a PowerPoint, and then it is the fourth quarter, which is what we're going into, and everyone is like, all right, man, I gotta fucking actually do some work. Oh, you just lost my audio? Did my audio dropped out? It's all good, man. So that was my little recap of where we're at now. I am hoping that there's a war between MetaMask dropped their annual, hey, it's gonna be a MetaMask token tweet that got a lot of people's attention. That it was a little screenshot of MetaMask saying from Polymarket, and the market thing was like, hey, is MetaMask gonna drop a token? And then it was erroneously listed as 100%, right? But the actual market on Polymarket says no, it's actually 36% because no one fucking believes you. So trolling the market is a big fuck you. I get it. But the two that are really going to be vying for attention are Base and OpenSea. Now, if Base drops their token and it is the end all be all, it will eclipse, and it eclipses MetaMask, anything MetaMask would even think of doing. It eclipses any lock period, some kind of vesting strategy that extracts value from people as opposed to giving value like OpenSea is going to do with their weird scheme of having treasure chests, and you're forced to just keep paying and doing things on their platform in order to make it look like there's activity. Then that is going to be insane. A Base airdrop that does something incredible. I'm not counting on anything anymore because all the projects that I believed that it talked about have failed. So I'm like Jim Cramer. Thank you. I'm like Jim Cramer, man. I'm like everything I said. Yeah, this project is gonna be great. They have each fall. I mean, I love them too. I love their, and it's not their fault. It's the market's fault. I blame the market, not the projects. But these projects majority of them have launched, except for one, and this one has been stalling forever, and they failed. And it's sad. I don't know where the winds are blowing, man. But like the concept of airdrop, other than ours, yo, shout out to us. We fucking did that shit, and there's more to that, right? But the concept of airdrop has been lost on the overall crypto community, the crypto space. The idea of what an airdrop is supposed to do has been fucking neutered. What's that term? Cauterized is like, well, soldering a wound, right? No, I was gonna say catharsis. No, God damn it, what the fuck is the word? I forgot. But like, man, it's been lost. The idea has been lost, man. The idea has been lost. I'm telling you, if one big organization does it right, they will be crowned. Because whatever, man. Hey, yo, fam, thank you so much for coming through to this edition of the Apties. Shout out to the entire leadership team at meme.com. Shout out to WIP crew. You know I love each and every single one of you. WIP fam, I love you all. I love you all. We're gonna be off next week, but still stay active, still do things, build, create, manifest. We gotta keep shit going. Much love. I'll see you later.
Okay. 4.